this ain't good. At this point, we are limping this thing hard. And we have a very, very long way to go.
This thing has never run like that.
I just hope we're not getting tricked. We'll find out. We're here on the side of the road in the deep south because we picked up this almost 40-year-old truck in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're trying to drive it 2,000 miles home. And it came from Pull Apart Auto. But the trip didn't start here. It started all the way back in Farmington, New Mexico. Let's get started. Hey guys, so we are in DFW Airport on a 3-hour layover because there was only one flight into DFW this morning, so we got up very early, 3 a.m. to drive into Durango so we can take the red-eye flight here into Texas. Some of us were able to sleep on a plane, some of us get crushed.
I won't give any suggestions on who's who.
Even when you pay for the 6 extra inches of legroom. But we had to have breakfast and have some coffee in me before I could even talk on the camera yet. And we are excited. I'm excited. We're flying from here to Atlanta, Georgia to go pick up a Dodge Ram Charger. And there's a whole story behind it, which I'll get to, but I'll tell you this much. It came from Pull Apart Auto because they sell like running vehicles or almost running vehicles. If they're in good shape, they'll sell them. But instead of just putting them into the salvage yard. And our friends at JMR Rebuilders have it right now. So we're excited. Let's get out there. So we got on our flight to LA and I spilled water on my pants. I promise, that's just water. Then listen to the flight attendant intently.
Keep in mind, it may be behind you.
I want you all to know, I'm not scared of flying, but I'd rather drive. In my non-panic, I found out that you could watch a movie on your phone. So I chose Cars, because hey, that movie is great and it calmed me right down. I mean, I enjoy that kind of content. I think every car guy does. They got picked up by Ryan and Old Blue. Found you. He drops off at the hotel so that we can get started bright and early on this Ram Charger. Good morning, friends. We are here at the JMR headquarters. You know what's not here? Is my Dodge Ram Charger. Wow, that truck's loud. Driving with his Jake brake on. I think Landon's been driving it. Hopefully he brings it today so we can check this thing out and see what we actually got.
I think we, let's see, sit hiding.
Oh, snap. I see a Ram Charger. It's a Ram Charger! How's it going, man? Good, by yourself. Good. Ooh, hot dog. Listen to that kitty purr. It's got the high quality maroon interior, very popular of the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Got the double V-belt power. Would you look at it? Wonder if that works. That'll be cool. Oh, we need a fisheye one we can shove there. Oh, see? Heidi approves. Ha. Look at how clean this thing is. These guys clean this thing out. Looks like they got this to hold that from coming apart. Very interesting way to do that. Who doesn't love an old Ram Charger? So I'm hoping we can fix this. I don't know if you can hear that backfire, that pop, pop, pop. It's idling kind of high too, so I ordered some parts, had them shipped here, and hopefully I ordered the right parts. Does this come with it? Is this mine now?
Landon!
Is that ours?
I don't know, it was right there.
It's your ratchet.
It's one of my ratchets. This is Landon. It's okay, he makes up for it with what he's able to do.
Oh, look at that. Mouse nest.
Oh, yay!
Just one.
Maybe that's why it's running like crap.
Things were smelling a little cheesy.
See what you did there. He did drive it home after we got it running. Right?
What's that?
You
I drove it home, yeah.
He's about what?
That's why I never drove it again, because the caliper was locking up on this side over here.
We got new calipers both sides.
Yeah, so this thing might be full of all kinds of mouse stuff.
We wanted to leave something for you to find, Colt. We did this for you.
Maybe it needs a battery. I did not know that. See if we got a jump box.
You might have a draw.
Well, that battery's over 5 years old.
Oh, yeah.
6 years old now.
You might want to get a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says it's 7 volts.
Yeah. Let's try it now. Just had to pump it up. That was a long start. I don't remember what all I ordered, but I ordered stuff.
I don't know. Plugs look like. You sure you didn't do plugs?
Landon?
Did you guys do plugs on it? I'm pretty sure we didn't. No.
I don't, look, we do a new truck every week.
So let me give you guys a backstory. So this thing got picked up at Pull Apart Auto. You guys watched me build the Land Rover. Pull Apart's one of the biggest salvage yards in the nation. It's also where we got parts for my Unicorn Comanche. This one particular is actually where Shannon and I used to go on our dates. Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. Ryan and Landon from JMR Rebuilders, they picked it up and they got it running. Now it's up to us to get it running better, hopefully, and then drive it across the country.
Which, it's only a couple 100 miles, right? Like,
Yeah.
give or take 1,000?
2,000.
Wow.
I don't think I'd ever drive a Dodge that far.
Things we know. I watched the video. I thought they did wires and plugs. I don't remember. I thought you guys did, but maybe you didn't. We definitely need to clean out the mouse nest that's filled up through here. I mean, I'm sure that you killed the mouse by driving here because that's pretty warm in there now.
Yeah, you remember there was something that really stunk bad down in the intake.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys had a,
I'll send you that clip of me dry heaving.
yeah.
Oh.
So we know that there's obviously still maybe a mouse thing going on in the old rat charger. So we got parts. We're gonna see if we can get it running.
Awesome.
Because it's me. Landon thinks one of the calipers is stuck. So while we're at it, I'm gonna wanna repack the wheel bearings and do some stuff on the front end, just because if you lose a spindle and a wheel bearing on the side of the highway, that's detrimental. If you lose a transmission, I mean, that's detrimental too, I guess. But we'll just go with it.
I don't know what's worse. I guess there is none.
Either one elongates the trip. We're gonna go clean all the tools up and then we'll bring them over.
And now I know I need a battery.
Yeah. Yeah. 6 years old.
You had to have jumped that starter this morning.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was holding for a few days.
He didn't tell me that. He didn't come over like, hey, just so you know how to jump that, you might want to get a battery on order. He's just like, here's your truck.
Yeah. He just got in it expecting it to turn over. Huh?
Yeah.
Everything works great during the video in YouTube world. Everything's perfect in YouTube world when the video goes live. It's the aftermath you have to deal with.
I think we're gonna do a full tune-up on this thing. We got quite a few parts, but they were all just simple parts. If you guys are familiar with the old style fuel injection, this first generation, your O2 sensor and your intake temperature sensor basically are what controls your fuel injection. I mean, everybody will say your MAP or your idle air and all these other things. That really isn't the case if you look at the wiring diagram. So that was one of a couple of things I got, because I didn't know if that was the misfire, but now that I know that they're not sure if they did the wires and plugs, that could easily be the misfire. But if you're concerned about it, there's our throttle position sensor and our idle air control that I got from eBay. All right, so here's our haul from eBay. I do remember them working on this and they were hitting it a bunch thinking it was clogged up. Here's our intake temperature sensor. Here's a new O2 sensor. And I already showed you guys those. Hopefully between this stuff, we're gonna get this thing running prime time. That and getting rid of that mouse nest. Oh man, that stinks. It smells like old gas too, which that's not gonna help. Oh man.
I hope you don't find anything icky.
Probably will.
Hey, we don't charge you extra for that.
Good.
Just so you know, we're not gonna charge you extra.
Everything is still kind of warm. Well, that's one way to get it off. Is that thing completely full? Some extra mouse turds.
Ew. Crazy. Ew.
Upon immediate inspection, we got a vacuum line here that's chewed off. We got another one that's chewed up and cracked. So when that gets hot, that's gonna suck air. That's not gonna help the idle. It's gonna be trying to adjust all the time. So I'm thinking, first thing I might do is go find some vacuum lines and see if we can fix this. That's a big part of how this thing controls its idle. So your MAP sensor is running off vacuum. Upon further inspection, I got a few more things to get. One is vacuum line, battery, Cap, rotor, wires, plugs. All right, that's our for sure stuff. Got my list, got my vacuum lines, pulled the battery. I think we're gonna go get this stuff real quick before we get cranking on everything else, because I gotta figure out what everything does. Apparently, this is how these guys go to the auto parts store. On this. We even get a jump. Jump. Just kidding. Back for more already. Thank you. Thank you. And we're off. I'll tell you one thing, I'm a big, one of the things that kills me is the cost of a cheap battery. I got this cheap replacement battery. A cheap battery anymore is like 240 bucks, which is just insane to me. Ugh. Jump. So, I did watch the video, but I've slept since then. I forgot things. I ordered this stuff, and I had it shipped to Ryan. He just forgot to mention it to me. He decided to hide this part. He remembered the other stuff, but he hid this stuff from me. So I did have cap, rotor, wires, and plugs ready to go.
I'd like to say that as a YouTuber, it's Colt's fault because it wasn't green. If it was a neon green box, I would have known it was his.
I'll inform eBay that they need to make boxes green when I ship stuff.
That way we can keep track for you. So I'm so sorry. I felt awful. We're getting ready to film our video for this week. I started organizing the shop and I saw a box and I was like, this box does not look familiar. And then I saw Colt, like, oh no, I bet this is everything he ordered.
Hey, look at that. That doesn't look like it's been eaten by a rat.
No. So have you named it?
I think this is the rat charger already.
Yes.
I like it.
The rat charger. That's what all of our peeps said too. You guys got to name it the rat charger. Well, now that I got all these parts for you, make sure you have them. You should be good to go.
Yeah. What I didn't show you guys is right here, I went to pull this wire and that's what happened.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So, not that that's bad. I can pull that back on there, but that tells me that things were not, that it wasn't even hooked up.
Might be why it's skipping.
Might be why it's misfiring.
Or down. There it goes.
Well, this guy out of here. Shoot, oh wow, look at that. Rotor's cracked. Cap is disgusting. So I'd say that's definitely not good. Getting caught on everything here. Look at this. That cap, or that rotor, is straight up cracked. It's like, looks bent even. That can't be good. That's a fatty McFat crack right there. Here we go. That ain't good.
Oh, jeez.
Rotor's got a lot of rust on it. Let's hope that's good. Let's hope this is right. I haven't had very good luck with blue streak anything lately. Hey, it's correct.
Got one?
Yeah, winning. So I went out and showed Ryan and Landon. And Landon's been driving this thing back and forth a little bit. That's why he knows the caliper was locking up. And when he saw this, he's like, oh, that's probably why it runs sometimes good and then sometimes not so good. Funny how that works, but you can see where I broke it here, the new shiny and the old crack. I mean, that was a original crack for sure, and even there's a little arc. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little dark spot where it's where it was arcing. That could be part of our misfire. This looks like it's been in the bottom of an ocean. So,
Barnacles?
yeah.
Woohoo!
What's nice about this is I can just set it up and match length for length here, and we'll be set. That's the easiest way to match them. So I asked for a 5/8 socket to pull the spark plugs out. Shanna handed me a regular 5/8 socket. What I found is a spark plug socket. And if you're unfamiliar with that, the reason why you want a spark plug socket versus a regular socket is it has a little rubber O-ring in here that kind of holds that spark plug when you're pulling it in and out. So you don't lose the spark plug down on the ground or wherever else. Comes in kind of handy. There we go. See? Champions. They don't look too bad. They're a little bit wore out. We got our new plugs. They'll always tell you your plugs are pre-gapped. They are never pre-gapped right. You always find one that's wrong. I believe a Dodge 318 is 35 thousandths. So I found this bad boy and it's 36 thousandths. which we're gonna make work. And if you love yourself, you always add a little anti-seize to these things before you put them back in. Coolio. So just by pulling these off, you can look at these and you can see the discoloration between them, which means they weren't sparking equally. We may have found our problem already. In their video, they were having a lot of problems with this EGR valve. Smacking it, trying to get it to unstick. And instead of messing with it because it was unplugged, I hooked this vacuum line up here with a new piece of vacuum line. So I feel like it's probably damaged anyway. We're gonna go ahead and just change it out because that part was not very expensive. As long as I don't break the bolts. And of course I dropped that bolt. All right, unplug this again. Ow. That little thing just stabbed me in the finger. Ew. See, it stabbed me. It poked me in the eye.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
That's what I was looking for. Guess my fingers are the paint booth today. Anytime I'm doing anything with exhaust, I always like to spray it with that copper gasket. It just softens it up and helps seal it better. I know at the beginning here I told you guys I want to change the idle air. The idle air that they sent me is totally different than one that fits this. This is a Holley throttle body. I got my intake temperature sensor, went to put it in, and it's totally different as well. So this doesn't match the plug that's in there, so I can't change that either. That's the downside of buying off of eBay as opposed to buying it from your local auto parts store. So took a gamble. In those two cases, we definitely lost. Next thing I want to do is the O2 sensor. I'm gonna pick it up because, well, we got a lift. All right, that was a little bit of a chore because I needed that. All right, got this wired up out of the way. Went ahead and picked this up real quick because I just found out we are gonna lose power. I guess I've been having power problems here and they're gonna cut the power. Got this up so we can change the oil. I wanna check the diff fluid, grease some things, then we might work on this pending. But right now, I think we're gonna wash our hands and go eat lunch. You ready for lunch?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
We hungry.
And we lost power.
No lights.
Had lunch, it looks like we got power again.
Oh,
I was gonna say, she is so ready. She was like, I need to get out.
Yes, I know there's so many other people there, huh?
There's lights. Look at that. Champ. That's a long-winded sucker here. There we go. Now, because we're in the South, I'm not pouring oil in here. I'm gonna pour oil. And if you're from the South or know anybody from the South, you know what I'm talking about. All right, because I don't have any other lights than what's here, and I didn't really want to get under here and try to show you guys what I was doing. So I'm just gonna tell you what I did, and you're just gonna have to believe me. Or not, I don't really care. Change the fuel filter out. Check the diff, the rear diff, because like I said, 2,000 miles is a long way. Rear diff is full. It was full, didn't have to touch it. Transfer case, on the other hand, was extremely low. So filled that up. And because it's a chain-driven transfer case, most of the time, chain-driven cases take ATF and gear-driven cases take gear oil. Not all the time, but I would say like 9 times out of 10. And what I didn't want to happen was this. And that's what happens when you're low on ATF. So, I think we're done with that. I just want to put oil in the engine before I forget, because if I don't do it now, I'll forget. And then we'll work on these wheel bearings and brake calipers. Check this out. Like, no free spooling. You see how that axle is turning? It's because this thing has a slug in here that's gonna keep the axle solid into the hub. Now what this thing does have that I was kind of not expecting is a CAD disconnect. So it's an air disconnect to this side. So this side is still gonna spin here, but it's not spinning the differential. But I think I wanna fix that. Like I said, both these are not spinning very good. He said he thought the calipers were locking up. I think they are. With doing that in the brakes, I got a set of lockouts from the local auto parts store. Chuck these bad boys in. And then what that's gonna do is keep those axles from spinning. Without those axles spinning, that's less drag. Less drag means maybe a little more noticeable power, but definitely noticeable fuel economy, which we 100% need at the price of fuel right now, and a big truck with a V8, right?
Right.
Right. So the rat that was in here not only ate a bunch of the hoses, a bunch of other stuff that I have fixed now. This hose goes to the intake, so I'm not worried about that yet. It ate the dipstick. I mean, that's literally rat teeth, if you guys can't see that. So I was like, where's the dipstick? I think that might be it right there. And it ate the cover to the oil fill cap. That was a hungry rat. This thing's all bent up. So that this is the right dipstick. We are in the safe zone, my friends. Good deal. Look at the rat teeth on this power steering pump cap. Like, that is rat teeth. That is crazy. All right, now have a new air filter, new fuel filter, a new oil filter, new cap, rotor wires, and plugs. Should be good.
Here we go.
Well, I don't hear the fuel pump at all, but.
Oh.
This thing has never run like that.
That's awesome.
Great job, Colt. Like we always say, we gotta leave something for the next guy to do.
And even I was better now.
It's never started like that.
Well, all the vacuum lines are hooked up.
No.
What do you think, Heidi? What do you think,
I'm
little
serious,
girl?
Landon, has it ever started like that?
No. Sounds great.
Yeah.
All it takes is a little fine tuning.
Yeah, so it's gonna be another $1,000 now that it runs right.
Oh, okay. Well, let me hit you with my $2,000 work bill.
Good point.
And we'll call it good.
Evens. Am I the only one who wants to hear it again?
Do it.
It's like, holy cow.
Can we actually open the garage door now?
Nah. Want a Dodge now. Holy cow. Turning this blue oval baby into a Dodge lover, Landon.
Sounds really good.
I don't want to work.
Hey, that sounds like it might make it 2,000 miles now.
Bro.
That's great, man.
Hey, you're doing work.
I know.
He's not allowed to work on his videos, but he can work on mine. I'll let him.
Hey, listen. Everyone on our side knows I don't work. They don't know that on your side. Besides, all it is a wheel. So,
Right there.
that's how you release the back.
Claw hammer.
Pull out now.
Yeah.
Matt would be proud.
Matt would be very proud.
What is
that
it?
cover? That cover is tight.
Yeah, that was one that was sticking hard.
Got it. Look at that Louisville Slugger. Well, I got even newer ones.
Well,
Hopefully that.
Spindle nuts. Part of that slug. Submerged. I didn't get the seals for the back of these wheels. Half the time nobody has the right ones anyway. So I'm just gonna pack this rear bearing like that. And now we're gonna be good. All packed up. Ready to rock. Oh yeah. Fresh for the road. There we go. Just need to push this shaft out and get these in. There we go. There we go. Now that we have a lockout hub instead of a slug, ooh, I'm throwing things already. With everything greased, this thing's spinning a lot better. And if you know your wheel bearings are packed right and you have them correctly tight, you should be able to spin it and get one full rotation out of it without any binding or anything like that. You can also notice the axle shaft is no longer moving as I'm spinning this. It's not gonna have drag on this side. It's not gonna spin the differential on that side, which in turn should hopefully gain us like a mile per gallon. I don't know. I think it will. All right, let's go for a test drive. I think she's happy. It moves on its own power. It stops. It steers. I feel like we might have something here. If you guys haven't checked out JMR Rebuilders, this truck, you named it Edsel?
Yeah, Edsel.
So, cool thing about this truck here, in one video, they took this old Ford, dropped a Cummins in it, so now it's a Fummins.
Yes, 24 valve.
Yeah, and that's fun.
And you pop the hood and let's show it to you. Sat in the woods for 10 years. We picked her off Facebook for 900 bucks. Axle swapped it, and Cummins swapped it.
I made sure to paint that Cummins Ford blue.
That's right. It's the right color. right, Landon?
I love that color on there.
You almost have the perfect truck.
What's
So
it
the
missing?
perfect truck for all of you vehicle purists out there is a Ford cab with a Cummins motor and an Allison transmission.
Yeah, that's Sunday.
Well, we'll add wipers to the list.
Yeah, take a left here.
That was an optional stop at this point.
Yeah, so roll through. Hey, at least the washer works. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. I think that might have made everything worse. Well, we made it. Landon came along in case things got bad.
Yeah. Hey man, you're the one that fixed this thing.
Then he could help me hike and thumb it. While Shanna guarded the truck.
Yes.
Are you the
I'm
truck
the guard.
Yeah.
I'm the what is it? I'm the brawn of the operation.
The brawn?
Yeah, the brawn.
That'll work. Gotta have a hammer. Just trying to see if this is the one I want. Guess whatever I do, I'll do this hammer for you. Ratchet straps. You think we got enough tools to survive 2,000 miles?
Yeah, I'd hope so, man. I think you do. I think you better try.
We'll find out. Well, we made it back to the shop. Things running. I think in the morning we're gonna have to take off, but Ryan already had to take off. Landon, I appreciate what you did. And
hanging out with you
yeah,
today, bro.
too. It was fun seeing their place and seeing their operation and all the vehicles that they're getting ready to work on or are working on. That's not a truck. Their thing is make trucks run again. I don't know. They have a lot of short beds here that I really like. Short bed Chevys, short bed Fords, step side short bed Fords, all kinds of good stuff. And even the UBS Fords, right?
Yeah, we just got 2 of those.
You know what UBS means, right? So you got old body style and you got ugly body style.
I don't know if that's the exact name, but that's what we call it.
Yeah.
They're growing on me though.
Yeah, I actually think they're not bad looking trucks, but if you pick out of all of them, they're definitely on the lower level of the group. Not as cool as this thing.
Heck no.
We're gonna get something to eat, we're gonna go to bed, and we'll see you guys first thing in the morning so we can start this 2,000 mile journey. Good morning, friends. Looks like today might be a little rainy, almost like we're in the south. One of the things I wanted to do before we got any farther was change this out with that. That ain't going nowhere.
You're going nowhere.
It started. Our first stop of this trip is 3.5 hours away, 200 miles, right there. Guess it'll be the best test, and the rain has definitely started.
Soon after.
My wipers just quit working. It's a good thing I'm used to Donut Dodges and planned ahead. I don't think anybody in New Mexico even uses Rain X, or probably most of them don't even know what it is. I'm assuming the rod popped off the motor because these things were going and then all of a sudden just went boop and just stopped like that. Now with that being said, I didn't hear a clunk, you know, so usually when you hear that rod kind of hit inside the bezel, you hear that clunk. So I'm gonna have to find a spot to tear into that, but I'm not gonna do it in the rain. We're just gonna have this film on our windshield. You can see clear out of the side window, but at least with the film, it beads up the water so it doesn't really stick and block your line of sight. It's just like looking through it if you needed some reading glasses. Ooh, Waffle House. So what I haven't told you guys is the reason that we are partial to a Dodge Ram Charger is that when Shannon and I first started dating, she had a Scout. But then once her dad realized it would only go 40 miles an hour, he sold it and she got a Dodge Ram Charger. That is actually what we had when we got married, was a Dodge Ram Charger, and that's what we brought our daughter home from the hospital in, was a Dodge Ram Charger. There is a special place in our heart for one of these good old-fashioned Dodge Blazers. As we crossed out of Georgia into Alabama, the thing seems to be running pretty good, other than we got a pretty good vibration at 65 miles an hour, and my window has a nice air leak, so it whistles the whole time. But what I'm excited for is one of the world's most famous speedways, especially after being remotivated by one of my favorite cartoons, Cars. You know, the one advantage of coming to a Motorsports Hall of Fame in the rain is, well, I think we might be the only ones. Got the whole place to ourselves. Oh, my shoes are squeaky in here. Hello. All right, so this is a self-guided tour, so we get to kind of just choose our own adventure, but immediately I see something pretty rad. Who doesn't love a Ford Pinto? Especially when you own a Pacer or two.
Thank you.
1947. 1940 Merc. Ran on the beach. Oof. Richard Childress, Kevin Harvick. If you're unfamiliar with how they set these cars up, because you're always going to the left, they'd set up these pads, keep you from sliding out of your seat. And you look at this roll cage, that was probably high end for its day. You know, today's standards, that's probably not super safe. Ooh. 426 Hemi Charger. Here, look at this thing. Look at the shocks popping up through, the suspension components popping up through there. That's crazy. Love it. As you move up another decade, there's a massive difference in this roll cage. And you jump up another one, and it gets even gnarlier. Look at the door support. I am 100% sure that seat would only hold my right butt cheek.
I don't know if I'd fit in that.
That's a tight one. Ooh, you can take your picture in a Richard Petty seat.
Let's do it.
Get it? Remember, in Cars, Richard Petty definitely made an appearance.
Does the King, Strip Weathers, have one more victory in him before retirement? He's been Dynaco's golden boy for years.
Dynaco Blue. Oh, that was on video. Let me get you a picture. On the camera, it'd have to be about like that. Look at the Talladega race. Ooh, this seat's a rocker. Yeah, reverse should be up there, so you got... Well, thank you very much, Mr. the King, for letting us ride in your car. I think forever, when I see this logo, I'm just gonna say Dynaco from now on. The old Hondas. This tiny little cart goes 145.
Yeah, that'd be so scary.
That's it. just 145 miles an hour. 1/16 of an inch off the ground on tires that are probably not rated for that speed. Look at how sticky those tires are there. They picked up all the feathers and... Hey Shanna, meet Shauna. Shanna. If you guys don't know who Shauna Robinson is, she was actually the first woman to win a top level NASCAR race. I think she won the AC Delco 100. Ooh.
Thank you.
I see a Super B. Yeah. Yes. Here's another petty car. 74 Dodge Charger. Well, he's even signed it. Look at that. That'd be pretty cool to have. Look at the old Daytona front end and the Super Wing. Who doesn't love that? There's an Earnhardt. There's a bunch of people who had signed this car. One of the things I appreciated about Michael Waltrip is it gave me a chance to believe that I could be a NASCAR racer one day, which is not possible now. But he is like 6'4", 6'5" as well. So he's a tall guy. And instead of racing for cigarette companies or beer companies, he raced for an auto parts store. Not saying he probably didn't take sponsorships from all those too, but yeah.
You did what in the cup?
He did what in his cup?
John Force. I actually got to meet John Force. I had a buddy in high school. His dad worked for Ford, and John Force was racing for Ford. And I got to meet him and his daughters and his whole family, which is pretty neat. And he definitely got to do it for Dale. So I'm not sure if it's who he was supposed to be, but I question if Darrell Waltrip was supposed to be Chick Hicks.
Ka-chingo.
Oh yeah, you want to know the forecast? I'll give you the forecast. 100% chance of thunder. Ka-chicka. Say it with me. Ka-chicka.
And you obviously can't have a NASCAR museum in Talladega without Talladega Nights, right? His feet aren't on the ground. They wanted to make him look taller. If you don't know about the Air Force rocket car, this thing went 740 miles an hour. It broke the speed of sound. I have no idea how any human could fit in that. Like, I am twice as wide as this thing. You ever seen a Shelby kit car in wood? This, I think, was their mold. That's pretty cool. And every young boy's favorite racer, Dick Trickle. Absolutely love a 67 through 69 Camaro, but man, are they expensive. I'm not a fan of the convertibles so much. I like the hardtop. Any of you that follow along this channel for a while know that I grew up in Colorado. I actually grew up in the mountains of Colorado, and there was even a time where my dad was the president of the Hill Climb Association. One of the things I used to go to was the Pikes Peak Hill Climb. This was the die-hard electric car that they ran to try to race Pikes Peak in, hoping that they could actually go fast up the hill. Now, I think it did it in like 32 minutes. That was when guys were doing it in like 11, 12. It was still dirt back then. But a lot of people that haven't driven up at altitude don't realize how much power you lose. So you lose a ton of power because you don't have enough oxygen to get into your engine that, you know, helps burn with the fuel. And so you have to really monitor that. As vehicles get better, obviously, the better they go up the hill. This is one of the early attempts here to try to alleviate that by going full electric and running die-hard batteries. I would straight run these seats today. Look at these Recaro seats. They are prime. That made me laugh. When rock crawling came out, the first series of like the rock crawling series was called ARCA, and they got sued, had to change their abbreviation because they were running the same abbreviation as ARCA. I don't know if they actually got sued, but they got the like cease and desist order or whatever that is. Like, hey, fix this or you're gonna get sued, which ultimately re-landed into UROC, U-R-O-C. First successful overhead cam by Ford. Look at that tire. When you're shearing tubes off like that, you're hitting hard. So in racing, you're always trying to cut weight, and you're trying to do that in rock crawling too, but there are some things like, you see how this is, that's just an 1/8 inch gusset, like that's almost doing nothing. Probably why it sheared off. You look at some of these fills where like the importance of a good notch and a good weld is super important. Like this, you can see where they actually hit the tube down so they could fill this hole in they had here. But that's NASCAR. That's some cool sponsors. You get Tony Stewart's Barbecue, and Bass Pro Shops. So we wanted to do the track, but we couldn't go on the track because they just raced yesterday. And if you don't pay attention to it, Cletus McFarland actually got second. So good job. All those people that say YouTubers can't drive, right? All right. Back at it. Still don't have wipers. Still raining. Let's get on the road. Let's see if this radio works. So one of the things we don't have is any water, road snacks. So we're gonna go in here and get a few things because, well, this is a long drive to make with, I'm parched.
Colt needs his snacks.
Now I'm hungry. What's all this food? I think Shanna was hungrier than me. Can't be in Alabama and not see our buddy Matt Myrick and the Busted Knuckle Garage. Say hi. Say hi to the world. Outside of building awesome off-roaders and doing some pretty crazy rock bouncer stuff, they did a whole series on this shop build. So if you guys are into building shop houses, you should check it out. Look at that. Wheeler giving you a ride? Donuts. Yeah. It's getting fast and furious in here.
I didn't want her to hit it.
Family.
You ripping it? Why do I not own one of these things?
They make a golf one too. Insert Tokyo Drift music.
All right. One day, I have a goal. It's right here. Of course, we couldn't just check out the house. Got to check out the shop, right?
This is where the magic happens.
You know what's better than one 14 bolt? Two 14 bolts that steer.
You got a house full of them right now.
Yeah, you do. Look at that. A little shot in there. This is the new Razor swaps, basically. So they got them with doors, without doors. You can take your Razor and you gut it, you put it all in here, and then everything will bolt in on a Polaris Pro X, right?
Turbo S.
Turbo S. Okay. What's funny is, you remember how I was at the NASCAR museum and I was talking about notching and getting tight notches, and look at how tight these notches are. Your welds are going to be better, and then your metal isn't going to break.
Cool, y'all come with us too.
No.
What's your favorite Cars character?
Mater.
Mater?
Yeah.
All right. Why?
I just like his laugh.
Yeah? What's your favorite Cars character?
Tow Mater.
Tow Mater?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? How come?
I just like the jokes.
Yeah?
He's got the best jokes. Like happier than a tornado and a trailer park. Like that's just my kind of people.
Yeah. He did what in the Cup?
Yeah.
Piston Cup. We got to see the house, got to see the facility. These guys got to take off. We got to take off. We got a long drive tonight. Yeah, let's get on the road.
Stay on there, sticker.
Who's your favorite Cars character?
Sally from Cars 2.
And how come?
Because she's sassy. I kept looking at you. I feel like I'm going to be like...
New morning, still a rainy morning. We are here just outside of Jackson, Mississippi, and we are working our way. Today's a little bit special because I was trying to get as far as I could to get to Skyjacker Suspension. So if you're unfamiliar with Skyjacker, they're in West Monroe, Louisiana. Yeah, they are actually neighbors with Diagnostic, and that's where we're headed. Let's get on the road. Start truck. There we go. Just had to convince it. Still don't have windshield wipers. And even still got my air noise. Yeah. All right, first stop on the way there. I need a mirror bad. I can't see anything out of there. Usually Love's truck stops have mirrors. So we're gonna see what we can find. Well, that was kind of a bummer. All they had was like a bolt-on monster mirror. I figured they'd have had a few like little fisheye things like that. Back to the road we go. Maybe we stopped just in time because a wreck just happened about 10 minutes in front of us, and we are sitting here not moving at all. Been sitting here for quite a while now. We are about to cross the mighty Mississippi. You guys know that I'm a big proponent of Skyjacker, mainly because number one, they ride amazing, like best out-of-box coilovers I've ever put on any vehicle ever. Two, they're family run. Three, they've been around for over 50 years. And today, four, because this thing rides like a 40-year-old suspension. So I don't know if you've been noticing when I've been driving this thing, but it has no shocks in the back. They're there, but they're not there. And so it sways bad. Bad. You add that kind of weight and the rear is just doing this. I haven't let Shanna drive it because of that, because it's a sketchy truck to drive right now. Comfortable, but sketchy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this almost 40-year-old suspension, because obviously the shocks are no good, but these leaf springs are pretty rough too. I mean, look at the reverse arch on that thing. It's wore out. Steering components are wore out, and gonna put a lift on it. But he's running away. I was gonna
Trying to get out of the camera view.
we also got Joe here. He's gonna help out, right?
Ready to be the helper today.
Yeah.
The ultimate assistant. Got the 10mm.
All right. Watch your fingers. We don't need to get in there, or shouldn't need to. We just need to get it up in the air.
Get a tetanus shot at the end of the day.
Yeah. Don't point out the rust. You point out the bad stuff right out the gate.
All the beauty.
I think what we got here is a 4-inch lift. Looks like a 4-inch lift.
I hope so. That's what we pulled.
4-inch lift?
4-inch lift?
Ish. 4 inches.
4? We'll see when we get it on.
We'll just do it. All right, so I popped the shock bolts loose. They're just a simple 3/4 or 19mm, so they're the same. Now, I found a 1 1/16 box end wrench, which also is a pry bar in case you guys didn't know. Look at it, perfect pry bar. Pries so perfectly. Yeah, that still works. Crazy.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow up this little chrome socket. All right.
Gotta be stronger than the impact.
Sometimes. There we go. Good old taste of rust. Rusties.
You two can look like me.
Oh.
Anything you want on.
So with how this thing drove down the road, I'm actually shocked that it still has a sway bar. These are usually the first things to go. They do make a drop bracket kit if you want to keep it. I'm gonna delete it, so it's coming off. I mean, that's like 50 cents in scrap.
Absolutely. It's like a savings account right there on the pallet.
I can put it on this socket.
It came off.
Yeah, look, you can watch him now.
Does that make the difference?
Safety first.
You can see metal shavings whenever you twist it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
That's why we had the safety glasses.
Who can get it first?
You didn't have 2 U-bolts.
Who can do it first? No excuses.
Come on.
Why am I still stuck on something? There we go.
Colt wins.
Yeah, I'm going to an easier route. I don't know why he's fighting it like that. It's tight quarters.
Nicely done.
So they got all kinds of equipment everywhere.
You professional photographer?
No, I'm not professional or anything. I just do YouTube.
Oh, you do. Okay. All right, y'all, perk up.
I want y'all to meet Mr. Craig here. How long have you been doing machine work?
Close to 40 years.
40 years.
Yes.
So as long as I've been alive, he's been making awesome stuff.
Yeah, I've been doing it a while.
What's your favorite thing you've ever built?
I can't say it was just any one thing because I've done so much. Well, we did vapor recovery systems and vacuum systems and hospital beds and different things like that. So I just don't have no one special thing to build. But it's just something I just been doing for a long time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the guitars?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's your favorite guitar?
Well, right now I'm playing a Dean Cadillac. I got an Epiphone. I got about 7, 8 of them around.
Oh wow, nice. Well, I appreciate your time.
All right, then you kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, I know I did. You didn't get done. That's magic of editing. That's why I don't do live videos.
Hey, I'm telling you stuff.
Face it off. Yeah, look at that. That is so cool.
It's actually tapping now. made by float.
Yep, float and tap. There it went. We got shocks off, U-bolts off, all the U-bolt plates, steering's loose. Because if you guys know anything about these first gen Dodges, these are non-adjustable steering arms that they came factory with, which means when you would try to set your steering wheel straight, you actually had to take it apart up here and change it on the spline, which isn't that cool. Skyjacker actually sells an adjustable arm, stock arm, and then they have a drop pitman arm for here. So we have a stock arm that's adjustable. So even if you don't have a lift kit, but you have a first gen Dodge and you want to fix your steering, like this is bad or this is bad, buy that instead of one of those from O'Reilly's, because you're going to be much happier if you can adjust it, set your steering wheel straight a lot quicker, and use the code Colt Builds It, you get 10% off. We are ready for Joe to operate thus Jackass. Don't be scared. I just want to see how far you'll go before you stop.
Nicely done.
And that's where you got scared.
I was gonna pick it up to the ceiling, but you wouldn't.
You just said do it again.
Okay, do it again. Ooh, one pop.
Ish.
So strong.
Vibrating, but I got it out some. Don't you fight me.
It's gonna turn green.
Things are about to go. Don't make me mad.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Alright. Hopefully. What looks nicer?
I like the old stuff.
They made it better back in the day. It was a fighter.
Haha.
Get the convincing stick. All right, now the important part. Because your leaf spring sits right here, pull your pitman arm next. So if you don't pull that pitman arm now, you're gonna have to do that thing by hand. You're gonna hate life. Right now, we can use an impact. Even though they say not to use an impact on a steering box, well, you know my motto. The right way, the wrong way, and the way I do it all the time. I'd like to welcome you all to Louisiana.
Woo-hoo! When Ricardo was here the first time, he was like, "It rains here?"
Anybody order leaf springs? You know what's cool is Lonnie Sr. built all these racks years and years ago out of wood. This area is mostly shocks and some control arms, and I want you to see the size of this. So just like it busted Knuckle, they have a monster fiber laser. So this thing sets the steel on there, cuts everything out, goes back and forth, and just keeps busy all the time. Then you have your press brake here. It'll actually tell you where your bends are. So it says, oh, like this, you put in that number, it says you need to bend here, 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 and it shows you where you bend it. Difference between a fiber laser and like my plasma table is look at how clean this is. I mean, look at that little cut. So clean. So it takes your precision to that next level. Those little wheels. And here's the welding area. They have the machine welder there. I am legitimately jealous of the shop size, but it took them 50 years to do this. What do you think?
Cool. I think it's a good day to work, right?
Yeah. 1 5/16". Kink. Gonna mess up my threads. Do you have a real pitman arm puller?
It's just
Convincing thugs. There it went. I seen it. Man.
She turned the camera off.
She turned the camera off and she got scared.
I did.
You didn't get that fly? I got it.
Worked perfectly with the camera
Shotgun
off.
that
No,
thing.
put it back up there and fake it.
Yeah, pretend.
I know. It scared me, so I turned the camera off. Oops.
Jeez, you're messy.
Look, I don't know how you are. It's not the mess. It just crunches under my feet. The guy that came back here earlier,
Alright. A little grease on that bolt. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Come on, just lower. Or that works too.
You kept smashing things. I wanted to smash something.
Right? Smash.
Colt smash.
Looks pretty good. Can you turn it just a skosh? One too many anger hits. There we go.
Just like you're gonna smash that subscriber.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You like that?
Come on down. Come on down.
Yeah.
One more. One more. There we go. That looks good right there. I want you all to see that. Made in the USA.
Oh, yeah, this thing down and see what it looks like.
These two should not be left alone together.
Hey man, for a little bit more, I'll sell you the other half of this lift.
You don't want it.
You don't want it?
Totally tooted.
This thing's too
Yeah, we ain't going into Mexico. We're going to Carolina.
squat. Hey man, is your Ram Charger going to do leg day? Because it's already squatting.
Look at how good that looks. These 35-inch tall tires now.
Where are we going to get the rest of this wire?
All right, guys, it's a new day. We didn't plan on starting the lift kit yesterday, but we did anyway. We got steering in. You want to make sure this is torqued up to about 185 foot-pounds. Still got to tighten up the drag link. Got to put the shocks up front, and then we can get on the back and start working on that. If you've been into off-roading for any period of time, you've heard of a drop pitman arm, right? The part that goes on your steering box. In case you're wondering who designed that, that was Skyjacker. That's the patent. That was Lonnie McCurry Sr. himself.
Whoa, I'm out. Look, Joe, you're 12 minutes late coming in.
Yeah, what are you doing so late? Work started half an hour ago.
Hey man, if you can't get here on time, just get here when you can, all right?
This was the Cherokee that every Cherokee guy wanted. And this is something I just learned. They even built the Jeep for Tomb Raider. Can I show them the bear? And I also want you guys to see this, because this is pretty cool. That is a big bear. I just want you to see that. That's a big bear. And this is why they call themselves the Bear of Suspensions. You gonna help me work on this today, or you just gonna stand back and look pretty again?
I do better at looking pretty.
Yeah. You guys don't know Joe, he's the t-shirt model. If you go on the website. Now you're known. Now you're for sure known.
I'll never live it down. It'll always be the same. I'll never get past that.
I'm gonna bet that these are our front ones, because they're shorter. And you know what's awesome about these? These aluminum bodies, they won't do that. Look at how nice that fits. So nice. Babies. I really want you to look at this cardboard. Look at this truck and look at this cardboard. It's pretty clean. Yeah. Like,
is that not insulting?
Truck. It's an impressive dog. I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, you know, I mean, especially because I didn't make it 100 yards and the wipers quit.
Ooh.
The wipers, I mean, that's the, always that's the small things, but when it's raining, yeah, you really luck out.
Right? The old Dodge Broncos on top of
I
it.
wish I had a Scott.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am right from time to time.
Yeah, I'm right. Come free.
It's doesn't want to come out.
It's just in the worst possible spot under there.
On planet Earth.
Yeah. It's not out yet.
Oh.
At least we got this out.
Yeah. What do you want to put the bracket back over and put the bolt back in?
Nope.
Okay,
I want it
bracket's
to go.
coming out.
want it to go away.
There's your treasure.
Steering's tight, shock's tight, U-bolt's tight, suspension's tight now that it's settled. Front end's done. Woo! Oh wait, we gotta do a brake line. But done enough.
Done enough.
Who's your favorite character in Cars?
I don't have a favorite character in Cars.
Not.
I just watched the movie, but I don't know who the character.
Mr. the King?
No. I just watched it with my niece. I didn't pay attention to it.
Woo! Yes. Oh my goodness.
One.
That was way better.
Sound like it was struggling hard.
You gotta get a strap and we grab this pink diff so it doesn't roll.
I mean, if you want to do it safe.
It's your channel.
I just need to bolt these leaf springs is all I need to do. Just loosen that shackle up. It's gonna make our life easier.
Just look at that. Just look at that.
So when now we are not reusing these. If you're unfamiliar with Dodge, these first gens always came with a lift block. They have a full leaf pack replacement, so you get rid of this lift block, which is going to help prevent axle wrap. And now I have a lift block that I can put in storage for something I don't care about axle wrap maybe, if I need to lift it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Something just gave up.
I need a socket like this long. I really need that half inch. So who's your favorite character of Cars?
Lightning McQueen.
Who's your favorite Cars character?
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How come?
He's my favorite. Gotta be. He's red. Red's my favorite color.
Dang it. Dude, and here we go. Here it is. Proving itself. Thanks to the Snap-on truck for showing it to me. You know, this is the last thing you wanted to show me though.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
I really don't want to give this away. My favorite one.
Well, no, they're the cheapest
The
tool he
cheapest
probably
thing
has
on
on
there.
his truck.
And you felt obligated once you got on there. You had to buy something, huh?
I think I got that dug out enough.
Oh yeah. You just twisted it off.
I think I just broke the head.
Twisted the head off.
Man busted the old junky socket.
Oh, totally did.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
The socket.
Yeah, you heard that.
You what?
I popped the
Let me
socket.
see.
I broke the socket.
That's them old cheap sockets.
Yeah.
That didn't come off the Snap-on truck.
I think it's a proto.
Oh yeah.
Geez, Proto's usually decent though. Usually.
Can this fit now?
That's a big 10 negative Ghost Rider. How much do you love your 3/8 ratchet? Proto versus Pittsburgh, it's happening right now.
The true standoff.
One is way more than the other one in cost, for sure. Pittsburgh Chromie. Well, it's tougher than the Proto. There it went. Yep. I think Pittsburgh just gave up the ghost too. If I were to put money on it anyway, I think I hurt the feelings of chrome sockets again, because that's all that fits in here. Yep. Now it might be stuck in there because it's blown up. No, it just jumped because it's a 12 point. Here's what's dumb is you can't get an impact socket in there, so it has to be a chrome one. I was about to say, Snap-on's got this, so get in there. I think we're gonna get it. I just gotta do it in parts and pieces to have to figure out an order of operations to get it in, because it's not much tolerance. This metal cross member that is about to meet my friend, Mr. Grinder. Get in there, sucker. There we go. All right. Never getting that out. Dude. Something's gonna break and I'm gonna fall to the ground.
This end got the bushing in.
Bonded.
Look at the whole leaf spring.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to turn on the...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying fire wrench.
Yeah, it comes in with the pole.
So we ran into two problems. Number one, the bolts are all seized in the leaf spring. Not much of a shocker. Number two, these bolts are going the wrong way into the gas tank. So we can't even get that bolt out. We can't get this bolt out because the shackle's there, because there's a frame. So you got to get the lower bolt out, pick it up, and then you can pull the upper shackle out when you have the leaf spring out. We're having the same problem here. You can only get the chrome socket in the back here, and they're seized up as well. So I'm just gonna torch it off or cut it off right there and right there. Cut off wheel, pull it down, and we'll make it work. Not too unexpected, but it's just time consuming. Yeah. All right, we got both leaf springs out. Fortunately, there's a massive warehouse of bushings and sleeves and everything else. So we found some sleeves and bushings that fit inside this shackle because O'Reilly's didn't have any shackles. Actually, nobody had any shackles today. They do carry them. So if you're trying to ever replace a stock shackle, you can find them at an auto parts store. You just might have to wait a day or two, which we don't have. So we got those, got our new bolts in because, well, we destroyed our old ones. So if you do need to change out bolts, if your stuff has seen lots of rust and rain, you're gonna need some 5/8 bolts. I think we went with 5/8 by 4.5, I believe. So now we can put our full leaf springs back in. They do have a wedge in them that should kick that pinion up a little bit. That should help with pinion angle. And yeah, that's where we're at.
Colt is destructive.
We now have our new rear leaf pack, our new 80X shocks. This thing is sitting so nice, so nice. No more Carolina squat, which makes me happy. Makes Joe sad because he likes that weirdness. Not really.
Squatter rods are cool.
A little late in the afternoon, and most everybody else has left, except us and Evan.
Evan's doing his own thing.
Evan's over there working hard.
That's why everybody's hiding from us and they left, because we're working hard.
Yep. Oh, I know. Think we're gonna eat something? We'll see you guys in the morning.
Oh, you're getting the treatment now.
Yeah.
No spoons for you.
That's nice. It's like I'm getting ready to give this tire a shave.
He does.
Ready to get straight razored here.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
And you wonder why I want a tire machine.
Yeah, so much easier than spoons.
They're just not cheap. Perfect. In case you're wondering too, the power hit is you just push down harder.
All the way?
Yeah.
So it's giving it air.
Yeah, then it's that cheetah bang.
Scares me every time.
So I'll set top of tire with that in case it should mark it or remember it, but that is 4.7. Three ounces of weight on a steel wheel. I feel like that's pretty good.
No, sir, that's it.
What?
That's gonna be a front tire.
Perfect.
Look how good that thing looks now. It's like it's meant to be on 35s. Looks good. Don't look good, don't it?
It looks great.
If they make another Cars movie, there should be a Dodge Blazer in it.
Cars off-road.
Yeah, Cars off-road. There should be a Cars off-road. Who's your favorite Cars character?
Oh, I like the old guy.
Doc Hudson?
Gotta turn right to go left.
Gotta turn right to go left. I tried it.
Crazy grandpa car.
I turned right and I went right. Look how good that
I
looks.
was looking over here.
we got it back down, and we are gonna go ahead and see if we can figure out what's going on with these wipers. So I went ahead and pulled the wipers with this fancy little tool, because they have a snap-on truck that shows up here. Look at that little pry bar. And I've been using it, it works. Joe's gonna pull this bezel off, and we're gonna hope that it does something. Don't drop the screws. I only said that so you'll drop them. If I didn't say it, as if I
caught one before it falls.
if I didn't say it, then you wouldn't have an issue.
It'd be lost forever.
Worst case scenario, we cut the rubber and I'll fix it.
She got it. I'm gonna mount it going the other direction though.
Did the thread break that holds the rod?
So it just fell off. It jumped the pin because the C-clamp's still on it.
You don't happen to have.
All right, it's fixed.
A vacuum.
You fixed it?
Look at that.
I'll put it back on there. Yes, I do have a vacuum. Would you like it?
That'd be cool. Oh yeah. Blower motor is gonna work great after this. Like I can actually get air in here. All right, so just like I suspected, the rod came off on the thing. I was actually thinking the nut came loose, but it didn't. It was the rod on that slider. So I found a piece of nylon, we cut it. This is the part that is gone. I have no idea what that part is, and everything I look up, nobody can find it. Here would be the clip I need to hold it down, but that clip's too small. But I did find this like one of these little clip washers. I'm gonna try to push this on here, and that'll keep it in, and I think we'll have wipers. I think. Come on. Get on there. You can do it. Oh, there it went, I think. Cool. Look at that.
It worked.
I know nowadays this is not aesthetic, but I love this look. And I found out that they still have that Jeep, so I'm gonna go hunt it down. So this is the secret Bronco shop off in its own little thing, I think because of that. And there it is. Looks a little different, like they've been working on it. I know they changed the front bumper out, but I really wish that they'd bring this thing back, bring the old school bumper back, bring the roof light back up. One of the coolest things about this Jeep, minus like being the first 8-inch kit. Like this is the first 8-inch kit that ever existed for Cherokees. And they had their own coils, their own 8-inch coils, their own long arm kit that was a lowered kit, so it gave you the correct geometry. But I want you to look at this cage. How it's tied in into the A pillar, welded actually inside of it, into the B pillar, welded inside of it, into the C pillar, welded inside of it, and then kicks out and ties in here. I mean, look at the weld quality too. This is a Kurt Ledoux special. If you don't know who Kurt Ledoux is, well, you're not old enough to be on this channel. Or you should give him a Google. Those are old school Allied bead locks. That's cool. Needs to come back to life.
I'd like to see a resurrection.
Yes, Resurrection Day needs to commence for this chair car. Super cool. Had to acquire some stuff from Mallory for the truck, and I got a question. Who's your favorite Cars character?
I would probably say Sally because she's competitive, she is very clean. She's a lady, but she's sassy. Don't mess with her.
I went to chuck my sticker on and noticed that the busted Knuckle one must have got taken off in the tornado we were going through. So, sorry Matt, that wasn't intentional. It was raining. Well, you can't come to West Monroe and not stop by Duck Commander.
My daddy and my mother, Merritt Robertson, we started calling them Granny and Pa when our children were born.
More patents. So just like Lonnie McCurry designed the drop pitman arm, obviously most of you probably know that Phil designed the duck call.
Hi, James Bond! Hey! What in the world?
Congratulations. That's how you build a duck call.
We're learning how to build a duck call.
Welcome to the duck call room. Today you will get to participate in actually making a duck call. Slight pressure to put it together, and then the moment of truth. You're hired.
So they took us to a restaurant called Traps in West Monroe. If you're ever in West Monroe, Louisiana, seafood nachos is where it's at. So I used to work down this way, and odds of finding a gator should be high today. So I am going to see if we can find one, because there is the cypress trees. Well, it is a little cool out today, so no luck on seeing the gators. They're probably just staying down low, but I was hoping we would see one.
No.
I promised Shanna we'd see some gators, so we're here at Bass Pro. See the gators? Back on the road, and I can tell you that this thing drives so much better, like way more stable, way more responsive, all the things. And like, you know, some of these roads aren't amazing, and this thing's sucking it right up. So I think it was worth it putting new suspension on it. Got out of the rain. At the last gas stop, I don't know what happened. Everything was working, turned the truck off, turned it back on, and now my speedometer doesn't work. I still got the GPS running, so I can watch my speed on that, but the odometer quit working like right away, and now the speedo doesn't work. So, I don't know. We fixed the wipers. I mean, that's the important thing, right?
Right.
Especially now that it stopped raining.
Just in time.
And said, hey, I'm sorry, but I feel anxious when I come over and we're having. And on the other side of this, you want to be break down the word and make it. Ask Bible teachers in your world.
What's wrong?
It's getting hot. Radiator hose feels empty. It's not good. Cooled off just sitting there, but that radiator hose is completely empty. Like there's nothing in that. There's no pressure on that other than it's hotter than snot. Hot dipstick. Alright. Why are we going through antifreeze? I don't know. It was full when we left. Oil's still good, and it doesn't look gray or nothing, so not losing it into the engine, which is good because it's running. I mean, other than it's got that weird high idle backfire thing, it's still running good, but well, now it's got it. Spray the radiator down. Maybe the clutch fan's going out, which is possible. Pretty small clutch fan.
Hit.
That's 100% why that quit working. That sucks. Alright. Want to hand me a zip tie?
Sure.
Alright. I figured out why the speedometer didn't work. That was my fault. We had to take the ABS line off for the rear when we dropped the rear end out, and it fell on the exhaust and melted to it. So I think that's why the speedometer's not working. As far as why it's getting hot, I can only assume that this clutch fan is getting weak, which isn't much of a shocker. I mean, it's almost 40 years old. So we might be a little low. I didn't think to check this morning. Unfortunately, if I sit here, I could sit here for the next 2 hours and this might get cool enough to check. So it'd be better to just keep trucking along and just keep an eye on that temp gauge. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's hit the road. I do gotta say, they disconnected the oil pressure and the temp gauge to put them down here, and you cannot see these very well at all because they're way down here. When we get this thing home, I know they make these little A-pillar gauge holders. I might order one of those to move those up there, or see if I can just wire them back into the factory so that I can watch it, because it makes no sense disconnecting them and putting these in unless there was a reason. I don't know. What would Lone Wolf McQuaid do? So I think I figured out part of our overheating problem too. I just realized that now that we don't have a speedometer, we also don't have overdrive. So it's not shifting into overdrive. It's hard to hear the motor because of that. So I think when we get into the next town, I'm gonna try to find an ABS line and maybe a way to seal that thing up. This is getting old, quick.
Thank you.
Well, unfortunately, they did not have it, and they don't have any close by, at least in the direction we're going. I did just peek an AutoZone right over there. I think we might run over there and see if they got it. And if they don't, then I'll call ahead to Wichita Falls and see if they got it, because he can't look that far out. They don't have access to see that far out to Wichita Falls. So hopefully AutoZone has it. Well, the kid I had in there didn't even know what I was talking about. He didn't even know what a Ram Charger was, or a Dodge. Yeah, we weren't getting very far very fast. They didn't have it either way, because I found the part numbers and they didn't have it. All the stuff I bought at Harbor Freight, and I didn't buy any wiring stuff, so, well, now I have wiring stuff. All right, now that we got the wiring, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna eat lunch. Hopefully by that time we get out of here, this thing will be cooled down so I don't burn myself trying to wire up this wiring harness that supposedly nobody has. Good job, Colt. We'll see if I can make it work, but I'm gonna eat first. Hopefully by that time too, it'll be cool enough that I can put some water in that radiator. Had lunch, found one of the only shade spots in this town, and I'm gonna climb under here and see if I can pull this wire out. Oh, the exhaust is warm. Probably why it melted it. Hot. Surprised this worked at all. This plug on this end is completely gone. Something in that one. Yeah, that's not good. That's broken there too. How did that even work? No idea. Oh, here's our problem. I think this thing was barely touching, and that's why our speedometer was working when it wanted to. This could be a problem with the way it was running. And then here's what happened when it hit the exhaust. I don't know if I can fix this, but I'm gonna try. So here's what we got going on. This part is what melted on the exhaust. This thing was cracked and broken, which could be part of our idling problem because it's barely catching the speed sensor. They do make a speed sensor clip, parts coming out at me, that replaces this with this. That's what it's supposed to look like, which is crazy to me. That's how much plastic is broke off this thing. As far as this goes, I just gotta cut it and hope wires are colored so I pick the right wire to the right wire. This is how you cut your finger off, folks. Old, hard rubber with a sharp knife. Good thing I got these quality wire strippers here.
I will leave you guys together the chit chat, and I will go get a lighter.
Okay.
I'll be back.
This thing pushes these out. You go to crimp, look at that.
Oh.
See? It's like these crimps don't crimp.
They ain't doing their job.
No. All right, we finally got one down. These crimpers suck. Don't ever buy those. If you buy the world's cheapest lighter, this thing has fought me all the way. Every crimp, every strip. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Oh, at this point, both of my feet are asleep. Pins and needles. Pins and needles. Stuff keeps falling in my eyeballs. So I think I got it all in. Got our new piece in here. New plug went right in. Ran this up, zip tied it up out of the way. Zip tied it up there. Made sure to leave a nice sharp edge on the zip tie so the next guy that comes in here can cut himself all to pieces and be as mad at this thing as I am. Does anybody make that new entire harness, like just the new plug all the way up? Because this is some ghetto stuff, but I mean, so does that exhaust. So it's par for course. But if you know somebody, or if you know someone that sells it, or the part number, let me know down below. I'd appreciate it. We're collecting more tools. The one plus side with how crappy that crimper was, it took so long, this radiator cap should let me open it. We're gonna find out. Feels pretty warm still, but I don't think it's boiling. Yeah, that's full, son. Come on. How can that be full? That thing was like air. These Dodges could definitely use bigger radiators. They're like just big enough. Some for me, some for my homes. All right, I think I'm tired of milking it today. We should get back on the road. What do you think?
Let's drive.
I bet you guys thought I forgot to get the mirror. Well, I did, but we hadn't left the parking lot yet. I don't know if I trust this. It looks like somebody's already tried to stick stuff to it. But anything's better than nothing. I'm starting to get a kink in my neck from looking back. I'll even double down in case one vibrates off. We got a backup. I don't want it to fall off, so I think I'm gonna tape it up.
We got racing stripes now.
Yep.
We're totally gonna gain mileage.
Now we're perfect.
Better than factory.
Yep.
Shoot! I'm the world's best backwards driver.
Well, bad news, folks. I just did all that work. That thing still doesn't work. Maybe it was the actual little plug for the speed cable. I don't know. But something failed. Without being able to run into overdrive, I really can't go over 65 miles an hour because it's just running the engine too hot. At 65, you can see my RPMs right there. I'm running about 2,800. I called ahead, but nobody answered, so I'm going to try to hit some dealerships on the highway here that are Dodge dealerships. Maybe they'll have that wire. Maybe they'll have the Speedo adapter, the Speedo gear adapter, if that's what went out. I don't know. You know, at the T-case, it's a Speedo gear adapter and then it goes right to a wired plug. So I would assume that that didn't go out, going up into the engine for no reason. On the plus side, I fixed my noise with that. So that's a win. We made it to Wichita Falls. This thing is spitting and sputtering and it's not happy. So I'm hoping they have some stuff here at the Dodge dealer. We'll find out. All right, well, we struck out there. He was able to find us some part numbers, but he said they definitely don't carry them. So I guess we just keep pushing west. I mean, we're kind of going northwest. I will tell you what's kind of funny is everybody was checking that thing out. Like all these brand new cars and everybody's checking out the old Dodge Ram Charger. That's right. Like maybe a pulley or something. It's hard to tell if that was the alternator or not. I'm gonna go ahead and grease these rear U-joints just because they're looking a little dry when I got underneath there. I pulled the speedometer sensor adapter out. These guys found it. Nobody else could find it. And when they did find it, they're like, yeah, we got one in our Wichita store, our Wichita Falls store, and our Bowie store. Those are both towns that I stopped in trying to get this. That's neat. They told me they didn't have it. They found it, they have it, but they don't have it here. So I don't want to go backtracking because that's a long ways backwards. I am going to see if there is another, like an AutoZone or something else here that maybe I can use. Loosen it up, we'll find out. Everything's so hot. Oh no, that's spinning pretty smooth. Okay, well that's a bummer. I guarantee they don't have one of those. Alright, so this is definitely my noise maker. I'm going to try to get in here with some lithium grease. Let's see if it does anything. Lubed up that thing as good as I could. I'm hoping that it gets in there. And then I rerouted the wires going up to the speedometer and messed with that adapter that I think might be the thing that's bad, but I really can't do anything else. Grease the U-joints and we'll just hope we hope we get a speedometer back so we can actually get overdrive back, but I don't know. This thing had a little bit of a miss, but it is getting a lot worse. It's just spit sputtering as I'm driving here. I'm gonna just pop, 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 pop. And it actually like stalls us. Right there again. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a fuel thing. I don't know if the transmission's like trying to shift, if it's doing that maybe because we don't have overdrive and it's acting up there. I'm honestly not sure. I can't figure out any of the wiring. I mean, anything bad in the wiring from what I could see. I got underneath there and zip tied everything up, made sure nothing was like bare. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what's going on. But at this point, we are limping this thing hard. And we have a very, very long way to go. I mean, we are in the second to last state. We are in Texas. but we got a long ways to go still. We gotta go across Texas and across New Mexico. And I just heard my squealing come back. So we've had quite an experience with this Ram Charger. The speedometer quit working, overdrive quit working, the ABS line melted to the exhaust, and I'm on the fence if the fuel pump's going out because it keeps acting like it's running out of fuel as we're driving down the road. Needless to say, it's hard to get a lot of miles in when you're having to pull over every 50 to 100 miles to check on parts or overheating or whatever. But then there was one thing that I got excited about and why we were on this road trip. It's for the things that we get to see in our vehicles that you're not gonna see in a plane. And the first part of that was this. This old Conoco station on Route 66 was actually motivation for Ramon's body shop in the movie Cars. And if you can't tell, it is by far still one of the coolest buildings in existence. So I think that's gonna be our motivation going forward since we're limping this truck along, is to stay on Route 66 and see what other cool Cars stuff we can see. Good morning, everybody. This truck is on dire limp mode. I wanted to do a fuel pump, but nobody has a fuel pump. So even though I ran it down pretty low, we're gonna go ahead and fill up and then let's just get on the road and see what it does. I-40, Route 66, 55. I think this truck is gonna be much happier at 55 without overdrive. It'll stay alive. Yeah. It'll allow us to thrive.
Dropping bars, yo.
Yeah. Since my busted knuckle sticker disappeared, I did buy a hoodie from Matt. So I'm sporting that this morning because it's actually kind of cool.
Me too.
Yeah, you have been though.
Yeah. Good company.
Look at them speed goats. Alright, so we were trying to stay on the side of the interstate and ended up on like some legit back roads. So we're gonna get on the interstate for this short section. Hopefully we can get back on frontage roads on the side of, you know, running the old Route 66. I don't know, it's running great at 55, so I guess I'm just gonna make everybody mad and run 55 in the right lane.
Bring your blue skies down.
So far the truck's been running good, and now we've actually hit our next location of the little Cars tour that I decided to do that I found all here on Route 66. This is Groom, Texas, and this is the Leaning Tower of Texas. That's mildly scary how high up that base is on that side. That is part of what motivated Luigi's Leaning Tower of Tires.
Luigi, follow on with the fries.
And ironically, the only other truck parked here is a Mack. Well, I was hoping running 55 miles an hour would keep this thing running good. It'd been running good for the last couple hours, but it just started doing that dead space stuttering again, where it's just yeah, it's not running hot. We'll just keep it here and let it do its thing. So I was trying to find a fuel pump. It's a Sunday, so Napa isn't open. AutoZone doesn't have it. O'Reilly's told me they don't have it. Everything's in Lubbock for some reason. But they do have the speed sensor, which I'm hoping we can get that. AutoZone says it's in a different store. So now that's where we're headed, is a different store here in Amarillo. And maybe that'll fix our speedometer, which I'm hoping will fix our overdrive. Maybe.
I want you. Someday, somehow, you'll see I'll be longing. I'm free. Come hell or high water.
They got the speed sensor, so I'm gonna pull over here to where there's not a mess. There's like an oil mess under this spot. See if there's a spot I can put this thing in. See if it'll make a difference.
Woohoo! One small win.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Ooh, keep running truck. Keep running truck. Keep running truck. It's like, I don't know if I wanna. I don't know if I wanna. Oh, it's so fighting me right now. Yes, that fuel pump is not happy. Oh, let's hope this is our problem. Let's hope we got a little win. Let's head over to O'Reilly's and see if they got a fuel pump. All right, moment of truth. Let's hope this did it. If it didn't, we either have an internal transfer case problem or a wiring problem. It's vibrating, but it ain't moving. Yep, got a wiring problem. Oh wait, it's working. It's working. It worked. I seen it.
It moved.
I saw it with my own eyes.
It moved. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
It's the little wins.
That's all there is to it. A winner.
All right, so they did not have it. They're in the same boat though. It's in Lubbock. They can have it here tomorrow morning by 9, before 9 a.m. Brandon is the manager here. He's a fan of the channel, and he's like, actually, you know, Harbor Freight's right up the road, so if we need an off-road jack, we can get an off-road jack to drop this panel or drop the tank a lot easier. He said as long as we call before 5, he could have that pump here in the morning. I'm gonna try Napa. This Napa actually opens at 11. They're only open for 4 hours on Sunday, 11 to 3. And there's an Advance down the road too. So if neither one of them have it, we know AutoZone doesn't have it. We know O'Reilly's doesn't have it. Both of them can have it tomorrow. We'll try these other two and see if we get lucky. I don't know where they're going. They taking a right in a left lane? I'm taking a left in left lane. The internet said they were open 11 to 3. Their business sign says closed on Sunday, and they are closed. It's making it, but barely.
Not in the intersection.
So we left Advanced. They did not have the pump. Came over here to Harbor Freight because this thing is running bad. Like it's just limping along, just blah, 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 blah. And I'm scared that we're gonna get into New Mexico and not have anything. Found out that the Napa on the north side of Amarillo is open 11 to 3. Got a hold of him, did not have the pump. The store that's closed today has just the pump, not the whole assembly. But I can get the whole assembly tomorrow morning. So I think we're gonna get here into Harbor Freight because now I'm gonna need a jack to be able to pick the back end of this thing up and drop this tank. Order the pump, we'll get that, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do this afternoon. And hopefully this pump doesn't die completely between now and tomorrow and wherever we're gonna change this pump out at. All right, still not happy, but I did get a jack. I got a punch. The only other things I can think of that I didn't have that I'll need to pull this tank. I think we're gonna get a hold of Ben at O'Reilly's, get our stuff ordered, and then hope that hope this thing survives the day. Figure out where we're gonna stay tonight and what we're gonna do, because it's lunchtime right now. Plus side, we do have overdrive back. Downside is the fuel pump is so bad at this point, every time I push it to the floor to get any throttle, it's got nothing. mean, when in Rome, right? In this case, when in Amarillo. Word is they got 72-ounce ribeyes here. So here's the deal. I just asked about the 72-ounce porterhouse. If you want it at a regular price, you got to eat it up there on the timer. So you have to wait your turn. You got to sign a consent form, all kinds of other things. I'm hungry. I want to eat now. So I think I'm just going to get a porterhouse. Yeah, they got good deals on steaks here. But if I want to eat the 72-ounce here, it's not a good deal. The only way to get a good deal is to eat it up at the table. In case you're wondering, that's a 32-ounce ribeye.
I got brisket.
So we saw somebody get a meal that was inside of a cowboy hat. And Shanna asked what it was for. And they said it's a kid's meal. But they went ahead and gave her a hat anyway.
So cute. What do you think? It fits.
Fits your head. 40 ounces. I should have went for the 72. I could have had free dinner. Looks like a little kid.
My feet don't even
That guy is huge. We barely made it to the hotel. It kept dying. I'd say this thing's on its last leg. And we're below half a tank. So that'll be helpful. Morning, friends. Looks like it's gonna rain today, so that's gonna make it super fun to change out a fuel pump in. Let's see if this thing even starts. Yes. Yes.
Woo.
All right, let's try to make it while we can.
Oh no.
Oh, go, go, go. And it died. Run, run, run. All right, truck's still running. It's been bogging out bad. Here's the funny thing. O'Reilly's couldn't get me my throttle position sensor. AutoZone has that. So we're getting that. Then we're heading to O'Reilly's to get our fuel pump, and hopefully we'll fix all this stuff. We got one thing. Now.
Cameras.
Stay running, stay running, stay running. Don't die, don't die. Come on, baby. Don't die.
Oh, jeez.
Doesn't want to go. You got to make it 0.8 of a mile. Come on.
That's all we need.
Come on. It's dying so bad. Oh, my lights change. Change. If I talk to it, we'll do it. Change. No, I didn't do it. That whole May the 4th be with you is crap. Oh, it did change. Look at that. In case you're wondering, it's May 4th.
About to ask, is it May 4th?
Change again. Yes. Yes.
Made it.
Made it. Now I gotta figure out where the best place to pull a fuel tank would be. Is probably up against here. It's been a long couple of days. This is not a throttle position sensor. This is an intake temperature sensor. My boy Brandon in here at O'Reilly's has the throttle position sensor and the fuel pump. So yeah, we got those two things in here. Intake temp they didn't have. We're gonna put that in. In case you're wondering, two of the major things that run the fuel injection on these trucks is the O2 sensor and the intake temperature sensor. So we put a new O2 sensor in. The intake temp wasn't the right one that we ordered on eBay. So we hopefully have the right one now. It's gonna be an interesting morning. You guys excited? All right, good news, bad news. They don't have the pump, but the truck hasn't shown up yet. Hopefully the pump is on the truck. They're not sure if it's on the truck. If it's not on the truck, all we have is the throttle position sensor and intake temperature sensor. So I'm gonna go ahead and change those out while we wait for the truck. Well, this intake temperature sensor's got the wrong plug end on it too. These wires haven't been changed, so I don't know what's going on there. It ain't right. Whatever they got in their computers ain't right. O'Reilly's didn't have one of these in stock. The closest one's in Dallas, but obviously it's the wrong plug. The thing is theirs shows this exact same deal. What they do have though is the plug. So I can cut those wires and wire in this plug so it'll work. That'll be here about the same time as our fuel pump, hopefully. All right, so the one I had ordered off of eBay did come from O'Reilly's. I feel like this one is probably better than this one, but I don't know. They look the same. So different years of Dodges had different things. Some had this intake temperature sensor, which this did not have, and some have a throttle body temp sensor, which this thing was all nasty. I just got cleaned up with some brake clean. Good news, look what showed up. We'll get this cleaned up and then we will start on this fuel pump. I put the new throttle position sensor on, cleaned the throttle body intake sensor or temp sensor, throttle body temp sensor, which I guess is more common on the 3.9s, not so much the 3.18s. But this thing fired right off, like started right up, didn't hesitate, didn't give me any grief. I think we're gonna take the gamble and just try to keep going. I mean, we have all the tools now. We have the pump. Let's see what we can do. Worst case scenario, I'm changing it on the side of Route 66, I guess. All right, got my hands clean, closed up my tab. We're gonna take this gamble. Brandon didn't want to be on video, I asked him, but he just said, thanks for coming in. So thank you, Brandon, for having the parts, because we've been traveling across Texas and nobody's had the parts. So that was huge. Hopefully, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know if there's a wiring gremlin in this thing or not, because even though I did replace the one sensor and cleaned up the other one, which I know run the fuel injection, or a lot of how it runs, I moved a lot of wires around too. So I just hope we're not getting tricked. We'll find out. I mean, it's revving right up. I am El Confuso.
Ooh, it's got power now.
I want to drive it a little ways and just see if it acts up before I fill up the fuel tank. You know, that'd be my luck. Fill up the gas tank and then bam, that's when it's gonna go out. This thing's got a little bit of a spit sputter, but it's running, so I'm gonna go with it. I mean, we have all the parts now, so, you know, if you like to live dangerously, then we're gonna live dangerously together. In that same breath, if you've ever been to Amarillo, just on the west side is Cadillac Ranch. In the background of cars and a bunch of scenes, plus on the map, they call it Cadillac Range. This obviously influenced the background. Let's go check it out. Interactive art. You're allowed to paint them as well. So much paint it ripped the roof off. That's literally how much paint it had. That's thick. Well, you see how thick this paint is. That's the roof. That's like 200 pounds of paint. bigger than channel. Time to gamble. Let's say the new speed sensor acts a little different. We're going 48. Alright, so even though it's running, we are definitely low on power. Like I can barely hold 55, 60, but it is running. It's not spit sputtering. So maybe we had two things. Maybe we got a weak fuel pump along with, you know, one of those two sensors being bad, which isn't much of a shocker. But we're moving, and we're gonna keep moving. I like moving, because life's the highway, and I want to ride it all night long. It has been extremely windy so far today, but I think I figured out why. They just turned these fans off, probably wouldn't be so windy. So I had to pull up here because this is cool. This is just an old gas station, old rundown Phillips 66, but 39-cent premium gas. That's some work to keep that wall together. So this next stop is Midpoint Cafe in Adrian, Texas. This is actually what inspired Flo's V8 Cafe. Even though it doesn't really look like the same place, it was actually the character Flo that was inspired by the owner of this place named Fran Hauser.
Is that what I think it is?
It's also named Midpoint because you are in the very middle of Route 66. 1,139 miles that way to Los Angeles and 1,139 miles that way to Chicago. It's hard to see in there, but I'll try. There you go. Hey, look, they made their own piston cup.
He did what in his cup?
There's Doc. So Fran's truck that she had everybody sign when they'd come through was Gus. This is Gus. If you guys didn't know, Fran passed away last year and wasn't able to come out. So her daughter sent Gus out to get anybody in this last year to sign it. So if you sign it, they're gonna take it back sometime in the middle of the year. But before then, the new owners, James and his wife, he is going to clear coat it. So he's gonna make it all clear, and then they'll take it back and bring it back home to his daughters to have, or to her daughter to have back. And if you're wondering who builds sweet Shelby kit cars and GT40s, that'd be James. James has some cool stuff in there, and he's pretty well known in the GT40 community. This is the Texas-New Mexico border. So this is the little Juarez Cafe. And if you look at the colors and the design of these two little buildings here, this part of town was actually the motivation for the design of the buildings and the motivation for why they made the movie, because this town died when they added in I-40 because nobody was driving Route 66, this road. And there's the town, and there's I-40. Man, when I was a kid, I had one of those. Chief had one of those. Kaiser Manhattan. Last thing we're gonna see from the Cars movie is Sally's Cozy Cone Motel inspiration.
Ah, number one. Ah, this is nice.
Now, it's inspired by two things. One is the Wigwam Hotel in Arizona. The other one is this. This is the Blue Swallow. Reason being is you have a garage for your cars. How cool is that? So I was hoping that they were open, but they're not. They will let you walk around and check stuff out. Look at this old Hudson. How's there not a better way to finish our Cars tour with seeing a Hudson Hornet? Easy Rider. We aren't moving. That thing says we are. Ooh, we got up to 40. Even though we're done with the Route 66 Cars influence and we're in New Mexico, we have to go all the way to the other side of New Mexico, and the fastest route basically takes us into the center of the state and then up into the Four Corners. So we're not out of the woods yet because we still got quite a few miles to put under us. I pushed the plug in on the Speedo and it was working better, so I think I'm gonna try to zip tie it up. It's crazy windy right now. Yeah, see if I can zip tie it up and maybe it'll hold it in there. Maybe we'll have a speedometer that allows the overdrive to work, because when the speedometer starts whacking out like that, it keeps trying to downshift and upshift. Won't let the legs keep run over. Oh, that was stuck to my back.
Ow.
Yeah, that hurt.
On the road again?
Yeah, let's see if it did anything. Hey, it's not moving while we're sitting, so that's a plus.
Not running away.
That looks right. Made our last fuel stop. I've been writing down all my fuel on this what is this, Kleenex box. The best fuel economy we got was 11.5 miles per gallon. Now, that was down at sea level right after I got it running. The worst fuel economy we got was 6.9 miles per gallon, and that's when this thing was running like, well, you know, booty. But since we got it back together, even though our fuel pump's lagging, we've been getting about 9 and 10 miles per gallon. So I added it all up for this entire trip, we averaged 9.9 miles per gallon. That doesn't mean it didn't hurt to hit the pump from time to time. Almost made me cry. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't think we were gonna pass anybody on the interstate. This thing is super gutless right now. Yeah, we can hold about 45, 50 up the hill. So we did like a 50 mile an hour vehicle takeover with that Sima. I should say the speed limit's 75. So a vehicle that started at Pull Apart has now made it across the country, almost 2,000 miles, to its sister brand, You Pull and Pay, who Pull Apart owns. And I want to see if I can find a few parts for this thing before we head home. I see Mopars.
That's a good sign.
So I wasn't expecting there to be a whole lot of first gen Dodges, but I don't know if the second gen has the same wire or not, so I'm gonna climb under here and look. Might climb under that van first, because I just seen this van. That would be in the same era. Ooh. We might have won. Ooh, these, I just gotta get a bow up in here. Forget how good stuff is here in Mexico. Pretty sure that is the exact same plug. Now we just gotta find where they routed it. You know what makes this even better? It's like twice as long. We get a plug that's, or a wire that's longer for our lift kit. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I had a feeling that that was an 8 lug disguised as a 5 lug. But we found our discontinued wire, and it's longer. Yeah. One of the many reasons why I love Pull Apart is they want to help you get back on the road on a budget, but they let you pull your own parts so you can save money by doing so. They'll also pull them. You got to pay a little more for it, obviously, but this is getting harder and harder to come by. Is salvage yards that you can go pull your own parts, because anymore most of them just want to pull the parts for you. And part of the enjoyment of going to the salvage yard is walking around the salvage yard. Look at that. Magnum intake. Ooh, with injectors. Should we put that engine in our Ram Charger? Or should we keep it like it is? Or should we try to find a Hemi? Or should we tick off all the vehicle purists and LS swap it? So when you're looking for axles for your rig, when you're looking especially for 1-ton stuff, a lot of guys try to find like a pickup so they have the same front and back. The downside is they always make your rear axle narrower than your front. That helps with your turning radius, helps you steer sharper. The downside of that with off-roading is it can actually make you unstable when you're climbing and crawling because your rear is actually narrower than your front. The way to combat that is to find a van axle. So like right here is a newer Ford van. This is a Dana 80 with disc brakes. This one was a 70, but it's gutted. But you can have a strong axle plus disc brakes. Usually if you find a van that's 2001 or newer, you'll have all that, plus you'll be proper width. You'll actually be wider as same width as your front axle. Little trick of the trade for rock crawler stuff. Well, I wasn't expecting them to have any old Ram Chargers here. They're just getting hard to come by. We did find one thing that I was looking for, so that's a win.
How many wins is that, this trip?
I don't know. If you count wins to losses, I mean, we made it home, so
that's
we're definitely up 1. We made it to New Mexico. We still got a little ways to get home.
We're closer.
We're close. One of the cool things too is if they don't have it, you can put yourself on a list, and if it pops up, they'll give you a call and let you know. So as we're on our final 160-mile stretch home, it's crazy to think that just a week ago we flew all the way to Atlanta to pick up a truck that came from Pull Apart, to get it running and driving, and head all the way across the country. To lose our wipers right away in monsoon conditions, and then fixing them just to lose the speedometer, our overdrive, and our ABS line, with a multitude of overheating moments, and capping that off with a fuel pump that's only working at 50% since we crossed into the state of Texas, while ultimately replacing a few parts under the hood to get it running good enough to make it all the way home. But with those troubles came many delights and surprises, like making really good lifetime friends with Ryan and Landon at JMR Rebuilders, but yet seeing longtime friends at Busted Knuckle, and the opportunities to getting to put a lift on at one of my favorite family-owned businesses, while being able to hang out with some of my favorite people in the suspension industry. And no plane ride will ever compare to experiencing this great nation with my beautiful wife. So I would challenge any one of you to go find an old car and take it on a trip, because you won't regret it. So with that, I'm gonna finish this video with the words of the great Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I just want to thank you so much for following along on our adventures, for liking, subscribing, hyping these videos. Because if it wasn't for you guys sharing these videos with your friends and family and letting people know about this stuff, we wouldn't be able to do it. So I just want you to know that Shannon and I always pray and that God blesses every one of you as well. And thank you for watching.